Ryan Reynolds is opening up about the moment he knew he clicked with his now wife, Blake Lively. This is in GQ magazine, where Reynolds is being interviewed for the magazine's Men of the Year. And he talks about the moment, and I'll just read the whole quote. He says, "We were hanging out at this little restaurant in Tribeca that's open really late, and the song came on, and I was just like, want to dance? No one was in there, so it was just totally empty. And it was just one of those moments where halfway through the dance, I was like, oh, I think I just crossed a line. And then I walked her home, and, I don't really need to go into what happened after that. The couple just welcomed their second child to join their daughter, James. And on that, Ryan said, I'm on the precipice of having a real American family. And I do want to apologize for reading a Ryan Reynolds quote in my voice and not having Hasan do that, because I'm now thinking how much sexier that story would have been had it not come from these vocal cords. But Hasan, I want to get a reaction from you on this. Do you think that you can know in a moment if you click with someone? Do you think there is a distinctive moment, or do you think it is sort of a product of multiple different interactions, and then you realize that because of all these interactions, you have clicked with someone?
First time I met Grace, we were in a Tribeca restaurant, and we started dancing because Dirty Dancing came on.
It's so stupid.
And there was no one else there.
What are you doing?
So we could just
You look like a bobblehead.
We could just be free and dance.
Come on,
like
come on.
we've never
Think about
danced
girls that you've
before.
clicked with. Has there been a moment when you know?
And then I knew I crossed the line at some
Oh
point.
my God! When you have
So I took her home, and y'all know what happened.
Oh, this is so painful. Don't do that. Come on, Hasan.
Okay.
Have you ever been on a date with someone or been out with a girl and you had like a distinctive moment you can think of where even if it hasn't worked out in the long term, where you're like, I really think I click with this person. I think that everyone has like a defining moment with a person.
For me, it's never directly linked to like one specific thing that I can pinpoint, but usually I will have this overwhelming feeling of wanting to be with this person. And it's very hard to distinguish between lust and love. So I never really know, and I feel like lust is so powerful in the beginning that you usually then turn it into love after a long, after an extended period of interactions. Then it becomes more, then it kind of turns into love instead. But it's usually after the first time I meet this person, like the first interaction that I have with them, if it's an extended conversation, and I start feeling like, wow, I really want to see this girl again. I have this overwhelming feeling. That's when I know.
Do you have any stories about like a romantic moment that will stick in your brain forever? I mean, I know you're single right now, but
I'm thinking of like I have a story, unfortunately, of a non-romantic thing that should have been very romantic. The other night, long time ago, not the other night, I took this girl out, we had met already at an establishment, and then she came over.
You can just say the police station.
What? That's funny. Yes, I'm a felon.
Go on.
But anyway, so she came over with her dog. We had a little play date, and our dogs had a little play date. And then we had a little play date. We went to like a fast food joint, and then we went out to the dog park, and we just kind of sat and stared into the sky and talked. And it was supposed to be romantic, and it was not. It was like
I thought you were going to say
opposite.
something gross.
No.
I thought you were going to say that you had sex in the dog park.
And I didn't even assume that was going to happen. I just was like kind of going through the motions, and I usually do. I mean, I just kind of go with the flow and see what happens.
So you went to the dog park, and you were like sitting, and there was like the sunset, and your dogs were playing, and there just wasn't the moment that you were looking for?
No, there wasn't any sexual chemistry whatsoever.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And
but you thought that there was before?
There definitely was before.
Oh.
And I don't know why I just decided to bum everyone out with a negative story, but like,
I'll share a positive one.
Share a positive one.
Okay, so I remember one moment specifically. It was at your fucking birthday party 3 years ago, I think. Where when I was out with my girlfriend at Buffalo Club, was that 3 years ago?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Will had thrown that party.
Yeah, so we were at this club, and my girlfriend and we hadn't been dating for even a year yet, so it was still pretty new, but she was visiting for the summer.
For the record, not to cut in here for a second, but I had assumed at this point that Grace and Lizzie were together for like at least 5.5 years.
I know, that's really funny.
Like for the longest time I thought.
No, but
like,
it was new, and I remember being at your birthday party, which was very fun. I think everyone had a really nice time, and I didn't really know you that well yet, but everyone was really, having fun. Oh my God, this fly is ridiculous. You're jealous about the story I'm gonna tell. It's trying to have a moment with me. Get away, fly. Anyway, and I remember we were dancing, and everyone was having a really good time, and the way that the Buffalo Club out the dance floor is that you can look up and you can see the stars. And there was a song that came on by Lana Del Rey, and if you know that I love Lana Del Rey, and the song came on,
and his girlfriend looks like Lana Del Rey.
Okay, and I was dancing with my girlfriend, and then I kind of took a moment to look up at the stars, and then I looked back down at this beautiful girl in front of me who, for whatever reason, was interested in dancing with me. I remember that as a very distinctive moment, and we actually both do. We've talked about it as like, I think that there is endless possibility here. I remember that as a moment of force. Oh, and you know why I also remember it? Is because also very shortly after we had this moment, two guys came up and started harassing us. And they were just saying that it was like, oh, like you guys are so beautiful. Like guys were trying to proposition us, which is still very funny to me whenever it happens of like, yo, like you interested, Grace? And I'm like, no. And then a bunch of my guy friends, and you might have been one of them. I hope you were one of them. But a bunch of my guy friends intervened and were like, they told the guys to like fuck off, and they could tell that we were a little overwhelmed. And I remember that specifically as like, I'm here with this beautiful girl, and then it got ruined by like the world is sometimes ugly, and then my awesome friends came in and were just like, no, we have your back, and it was like a great moment. So I think that you can know in a moment if you click with someone, and I think that it's important to recognize those moments that stick out to you. But we want to hear from you in the comment section below. Have you ever had a romantic moment that really stuck out to you, even if the relationship didn't work out? Have you ever had a moment that didn't pan out, but it totally should have? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you next time on Pop Culture.